Some be a star tonight. Oh, let it go. You can be a star tonight. So let that camera roll. You're red, white, and blue. The funny things you do. America, America, this is you. Welcome to American Culture Topics. I'm your host, Millz Lane.
And I'm Gardner.
All right, so we got a nice show for you guys this evening. We just have to let you know how we start this thing by placing your hand over your heart. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among which are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Well, thanks for joining us today. How you been, Mr. Gardner?
The whirlwind, man. The whirlwind,
Whirlwind?
The whirlwind. Philly on this time of year, tourists show up, and that kind
Oh
of
yeah.
Yeah.
Most towns, the population goes down, and because people on vacation. But the people go to on vacation, they come here to look at our joyous splendor of historical minutia.
Minutia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's real good. Yeah.
That's right. Oh yeah. So just quickly, happy belated birthday to America. when those brave 13 colonies freed themselves from British tyranny.
Really?
That's what they did, didn't they?
Wow. How soon they forgot. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, trust me, these colors don't forget. How many people you saw yesterday wearing their stars and stripes?
Lots of them. Black, white, Puerto Rican, Chinese, all of them motherfuckers wear it.
That's right.
They ain't got good sense of shit.
People will forget the oppression they're under for one day a year, July 4th. I know some people today they wearing they red, black, and green. I know people wearing but yesterday they had their red, white, and blue yarmulkes on. I saw red, white, and blue kufis. I saw red, white, and blue kimars. You know what I'm saying? But today everything goes back to normal.
Oh, back to normal again. Oh, so we back to being in America again. Wow. Yeah. It's tough, man. It's tough being an American. I know that. For me, it is. Well,
So anyway, that's not. I mean, you shouldn't feel like that. You should understand that you're gonna win. Okay, you're gonna win.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you can't spell American without I can. All right.
Okay.
Don't say I ain't never do nothing for you. Give you something to put a bumper sticker on or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay. I go with that. I'm
So
good with that.
So speaking of July 5th, we're gonna go back in history and talk about things that happened on July 5th. In 1935, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt signs the National Labor Relations Act. This law guarantees basic rights of private sector employees to organize into trade unions engage in collective bargaining for better terms and conditions at work, and take collective action, including strike if necessary.
Mm, really?
That's right. So in 1935, yes, workers workers' rights happened before civil rights. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Because everybody told me that FDR, he was the greatest president. He had 4 terms, blah 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 blah. Well, when I went and looked at the timeline of when he was president, I was like, oh, he ain't that great to me.
Yeah, well, he did do a little thing or something, shit, I guess. I don't know. He integrated the army. You know what I mean? The armed forces, he integrated that, He did do that. Oh, damn. What else he did? I don't know. What else he did? He did a little something. Yeah.
Don't source me, but I got from an unknown source that he would have tried to end the civil rights segregation, but he couldn't get out his chair. So, you know what I mean? I'm just saying.
You just said
so. Yeah. So, but his wife, she was pretty good. That's her name, Eleanor.
Yeah, she was pretty progressive.
Yeah, so she was, she was very movement. She had a lot of movement,
Yeah.
And it was good because, especially during the World War, we needed somebody able to move around like that. But I never found her that attractive.
No, she wasn't an attractive woman and shit back in later days. But early days, she was alright looking and shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I hit that one. I hit that.
You'd have hit it?
I'd have hit that. Yeah, she had enough money too and shit. When he died, she had enough money and shit. I'd have hit that too and shit. I'd have hit that.
Wow.
No doubt about it. She was
back then, they didn't let them just seem like that. So you might not see no pictures of her in a bikini, unlike our current First Lady. Hey, Miss First Lady. Man. Hey, Miss First Lady.
I ain't going to that, man. I wouldn't go up to that. No,
oh, well. Yeah. Speaking of bikinis, today is Bikini Day. So anybody who got a bikini out there,
put it on.
Put it on. Take a picture of it. Yeah, put it on Instagram. Yeah. Yeah, So anyway, speaking of Bikini Day, in 1946, Louis Renard unveils the first modern bikini. The French mechanical engineer and clothing designs creator did this. So.
Yeah, but they just took that from the colored people too, Because I'm telling you right now.
Why? Because how? How do you say that?
Well, see, the colored people invented the bikini long time ago. Long time ago, dog. Really, long time ago. I don't think the sisters in Africa were running around with fully clothed, do you? It wore bikinis, man. Well, some of them didn't wear shit. You know what I mean? But there's an island out in the South Pacific called Bikini Island.
South Pacific, okay.
Yeah, they nuked the island. That's where they tested their nuclear weapons at. That's where the bikini came from. Those folks are black too. Trust me, y'all. And they invented the bikini. When they seen what they was wearing, they named the whole island and shit Bikini. You know what I mean? The island was named Bikini. And they named, that's how the word bikini came about in fashion. Because that's what the women were wearing on that island called Bikini.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice and shit. So then here comes this white man from France and shit, mechanical engineer or whatever, saying, oh yeah, I invented this shit right here. Ah, you lying, dog. Tell you the truth.
Yeah, well, based on my reading of National Geographic as a kid, I would have thought that bikinis came from Africa too, because look like most of them women weren't wearing pretty much no clothing on those
Yeah, you said,
them
yeah,
National Geographic books. I'm like, well,
damn.
yeah, yeah,
Damn. Shit, you know what I mean? How
yeah,
come
but
they just leave me alone over there and shit, you know what I mean? No child support, no arguments, no fussing and fighting and shit, you know what I mean? You be like, oh, you gotta go look at that little guy. You know what I mean? Get that kid, girl. You know what I mean? She be like,
leave
what you
you
talking
alone.
about? What you talking about? I ain't got no clothes on already, motherfucker. God damn it, he come the white man. I'm sitting there beating my drums and shit with my joint and shit, you know what I mean? Put the fire going on, laying back, chilling and shit, eating some, what's that tall shit? The giraffe and shit, eating giraffe neck bone and shit. And here come the white man with his bullshit. God. Anyway, I guess it's time to move on.
Oh, I mean, you know.
Yeah, I don't want to go too deep in that, man, because, you know, I get mad every time I think about that shit.
Okay, well, speaking of white man, on this day in 1975, a white man did not win Wimbledon because Arthur Ashe becomes the first black man to win Wimbledon in 1975. And, you know, of course, the first African American man after beating Jimmy Connors.
Right, right. Yeah.
So, Trap, I know that was happening during your time.
Oh, there you go again and shit. You
I know
know,
you was
I got,
running around with
I was
probably
running around and shit.
with an
Shit.
afro twice the size as Mr. Arthur Ashe, right?
I did have an afro there, but Arthur is a LGB guy, right? One of those what you call them guys? Yeah, he on that team and shit, right? So he also probably was the first. No, he didn't come out until later on.
Okay, yeah. So you know that we can't give them their out the
They proud
closet.
shit, yeah. Now they
They
can't come.
pride. You can't
You
have
can't wear the
pride if you're
pride
in the
flag.
closet.
Yeah, if you're in the
Yeah,
closet, you can't wear the pride flag.
that's right. That's right. You don't get your pride flag till you kick your ass out the closet.
That's right. So he stayed in the closet well until after his career was over and shit. You know. He
When
also
did he?
died from AIDS too.
Yeah, but when did
Yeah.
he come out the closet? Is it when we
Well,
found?
I don't think he ever really did come out. I think I think he died before he came out the closet. It wasn't widely known to after he came out the closet. I mean, after he died, after he was taking his dirt nap.
Well, you know, cause you know, before Magic Johnson, we all assume that if you got AIDS, and I'm saying I'm talking about American culture, assume that if you had AIDS it's because you were having homosexual sex.
Really?
Yeah. So when Magic said, "Hey, I have the disease HIV that causes AIDS," people were like, "So who was he having sex with? Which guy?"
Well,
uh,
hmm.
so when Arthur Ashe said, "Yeah, I got AIDS," everybody was like, oh, "Okay, we understand." I was like, "Well," as if the community already knew he
Mm-hmm.
fit that mode for American culture at that time.
Yeah, he really did. I mean, he might not have came out, but he was walking around there. But it's all right with me. Shit, I'm good.
Well, you know, I'm glad there's a footnote in history in the history books about when anytime I go and look at especially in February or whatever, Black History, you get to see that and on the women's side, of course, we've seen plenty of Wimbledon championships from the Venus and Serena Williams sisters. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Something found funny about that? Venus and
No,
Serena?
because like I think that maybe I'm not sure and shit. You know what I mean? But
Right.
the women the Williams sisters probably was the only true. I don't know, because I can't tell about the female tennis players, but a lot of them were LGBT. You know what I mean? Some came out, some didn't. You know what I mean? But that's
Okay.
how that go and shit, you know? Yeah, some came out and say, yeah, you know what, like, yeah, I like the cool cat. I like cool cat too. So if you out there, you like cool cat, I'm good with that. Okay, I'm good with that. You like cool
If
cat,
you
I like cool cat. We good and shit. You know what I mean?
if you
Shit.
like Cool Cat, I'm down with that. Now that's a bumper sticker I can get it down with too.
Yeah, I'm down with that and shit. I don't give a fuck who you is. You like cool cat and shit. You like the same thing I like. Watch out, I'll knock your ass out if you look at my cool cat. I
Now,
believe in equal
now,
rights and shit. Whoa, hold up. I believe
now.
in equal rights. Hold up. If you're gonna play the part and shit, I'm good with that. I'm 100% good with that. But if you playing the part and you step over the line and shit, I knock your ass out. You know what I mean? Just like I knock a man out and shit. You feel me?
So
So
Trap is basically putting a message out there for all you young MAs. If you cross the line, he gonna smack you, and you gonna go
I ain't smacking
ooh
this shit. I'm going in this shit.
ooh.
I'm going in this shit old style and shit, man. I'm from the old school and shit. You know what I mean? I'm
All right,
going in.
real quick, let's say thanks to our current listeners that are live and typing away. Salute Cliff Bravo, D Holla, Bonnet Light Body. Salute to you gentlemen, you guys out there. Right? We greatly appreciate it. So to now we're gonna get to our Me Too story of the week. Because for some reason there's a Me Too story every week. And we've been focusing on the fellas. This story is going to take a little bit of a twist. Scarlett Johansson is responding to the backlash that she's received for being cast in a movie as a transgender man. So, Scarlett Johansson is in hot water again for trying to play a role of massage parlor owner Dante Gill, I'm sorry, in upcoming mob drama called Rub and Tug. The real life Gill was born as Lois Jean Gill, but identified as a man.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Now, Scarlett Johansson, she also got in trouble because she played in a movie called Ghost in a Shell, which she played a Asian character. Now,
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson is, I think she's South African.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
but she's the South African that had enjoyed apartheid rights, I should say.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Translation: her skin tone mirrors the skin tone of such items as eggshells, um,
Paper towels.
paper towels, toilet paper, you know. So anyway, so I guess she's just catching a little flack.
Well,
But
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm kind of confused because if the person was born a woman but identifies as a man, why couldn't she play that role? Because since she was born a woman anyway, how tough is it to have actual woman play a person who was born a woman but identifies as a man? How tough is that?
don't know, but I'm saying that since she is an actor, and that's what they do, they act. So I don't know what the flack is about because I'm saying I'm good with that. She can play whatever she wants to play. You know what I mean? Don't you don't put no blackface on? I don't give a fuck. You feel me?
Okay. So so you have a problem with the Al Jolsons
Yeah,
of
the
the
Al
world?
Jolson motherfuckers, the motherfuckers in that movie, the King Kong movie. You know what I
Okay.
mean? That was actually the one with Jack Black, that King Kong version. Uh, the motherfuckers and shit. I ain't down with that dumb shit.
Now, what about what's his name? Robert Downey Jr. I think that's his name.
Yeah,
Remember
Black man
he
in that
he
movie.
played Tropical
Yeah,
Thunder.
yeah.
I, I mean,
He played the brother pretty good too and shit, but hey, that was fucked up. Yeah, I mean, it was still fucked up.
well,
Yeah,
wait a
but
minute. How you gonna say he played the brother pretty good and then say it was a problem with it? What
yeah, I
you got?
still had a problem with it and shit, but he played a good brother and shit. Yeah, I mean, you know, he been tasting some chocolate and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean?
You can't
Oh
go full
yeah.
you can't go full retard. Can't go full retard.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
he been tasting a little chocolate for sure, ain't no doubt about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. You tell how mother talk and shit whether or not he takes the chocolate or not. He takes the chocolate, you know.
Yeah.
But that's all fucked up. Shit. But that thing
Yeah.
and shit, it's transgender, whatever thing and shit. Listen, man, I
I mean,
recently,
how
go
many
ahead.
do we know? How many people born woman that identify as man? How many of them do we actually know? You know, it's something new. You know what I mean?
Well, what if they was born man and identify as woman, but they're a dyke anyway? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
what if,
I'm glad I didn't do something before this, like hit a blunt, because I might have fell out after hearing that.
yeah, yeah.
You
Hey, listen,
said,
hold up.
wait a minute, you
Let's say this:
said a man who identifies as a woman,
identify himself as. Listen, what if
but
it's a
he's a
man,
lesbian.
but he's a lesbian anyway? He's a dyke anyway. You know what I mean?
Um, so I think you know what I know who
Well,
that is. I know one.
so
Um, listen, no, because he's a man who identifies as a woman, so he likes women. That's
right.
Caitlyn. Stop calling me Bruce Jenner, right?
Oh yeah, he can have like
Right?
15 kids, right?
He was born a man. He identifies as a woman, but he still likes women.
Exactly.
So that's a Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn,
Okay.
don't call me Bruce,
But listen, anyway,
the Olympic athlete Jenner. Yeah,
now I met somebody about 4 months ago, right?
yeah.
So I personally identified the person as a girl wanting to be a boy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I came up the 4th of July. I came up and I walked up on this person, looked at her, kept it moving, and all of a sudden I turned back again. I said, you know what? This mug is actually the third gender. You know what I mean? Hmm. Naturally too, not no operations or nothing. This motherfucker is actually it's two genders and shit rolled up into one. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh god damn. You know what I mean? I done seen it all, right? So I was like, oh, this motherfucker is like part female and part male. What the fuck? You know what I mean? I was like, okay, shit, I'm gonna have to go get me another drink and shit, cause something wrong with my eyes or something, shit, you know what I mean? But then I say, oh wait, man, I ain't had no drinking, no nothing, and shit. I'm completely sober and shit, you know what I mean? What's going on here, and shit, you know? But I didn't question it, and I just like, oh damn. Mm-hmm. So you got these two gender people walking around, male and female, and then you got these other genders going and shit. So we got like 5 different genders and shit going on. You know what I
Huh.
mean? Naturally, without any operations and shit. You know what I mean? Cold
I'm a
blooded. And then we
yeah.
got this other stuff going on, right? You know what I mean? With the operations, whatever and shit. And then you got this other stuff and shit, you know? Like,
Yeah, and it's confusing too because
it's very confusing. It's very
no, because
confusing and
and
shit.
the only reason I say it's confusing because you have people that we're talking about genders
Mm-hmm.
where people are claiming up to 26 or more different genders, and when we also have sexual orientation or sexual, how somebody say, well, I'm a pansexual or transsexual or
Like bisexual
heterosexual,
and shit. You know what I mean?
tri, bi, quad,
Oh, yeah, man, I'm alright with all of it myself. I don't give a fuck. As long as
and
you
the
don't come away
and the
with
furries,
bullshit.
the furries, the cosplays,
Yeah.
all of that stuff.
And
So,
then, and then you got the piss genders, like the man up in the White House. Yeah, give me some piss and shit. You know what I mean?
really?
Yeah, yeah, really. It's just some orange.
Oh, okay.
Give me some orange. Give me some orange
Nah,
and something look like and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, give me some piss and
I,
shit.
ain't- I, yeah,
Man,
yeah,
fuck them and shit. Fuck them all.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so, that was our Me Too of the week, sponsored by America. Anyway,
It's sponsored by
this,
America.
yeah. So here's our cop shoot the blank of the week. Because like we said, it seems like every week somebody's having some type of altercation with the police. So we have a man in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. You may have seen this video. He was pretty much sitting on the curb, and he was shot in the back with a taser. So this guy at least gets to tell his story in life.
Yeah,
Um,
he lived through it and shit.
yeah, he was sitting on the curb, and he claims it wasn't racially motivated because he's he looks like a black guy, could be black. He looked like that dude being in barbershop movies, little light bright punk. But
Yeah.
anyway, so he said it was incompetence. Aha. He said, I do not believe it was driven by race. It was driven by the fact of the matter that police were not doing their job right. Sean Williams told Good Morning America. At the end of the day, I followed every directive that was given to me, and I feel as though no matter what race you are, what color you are, what background you are, that should not be done to you as a man or as a woman or whoever you are. Man, this guy, he a politician, man. He know how to
Yeah,
hit all
yeah,
the
yeah,
points.
yeah, yeah. Because
He
it's like
said that
about
it was,
20 people, 20 people of color that live in Lancaster, right? And he one of them, right? He get taken
right.
to the back, shit, right? While he's sitting on the sidewalk and shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He running for something, shit. You know what I mean? He's running for something. They gonna give him some money, right? He ain't even got a suit, right? They gonna give him some money. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
the cops were responding to a report of somebody, walking around with a bat being the problem. So they pulled up on him. Of course, no bat was found at the scene.
I don't
This
think a
stuff,
black man walking around with black bats in Lancaster, but it is summertime. Some people
but
do
he's a
get that
black
walk.
man. And he's walking around with a little bushy beard, so
Yeah, that's enough right there. Yeah.
he looks like a
The
he
enough
looks
is he's
like
a black man, right?
he
He
can
got a
he
little
can
bushy
be
beard.
he can
Oh
be the
yeah,
Sunni Muslim or he can be just a regular black man in Philadelphia. So
yeah.
uh,
One of them innings for Philly that made it up to Lancaster and shit. Now we gotta watch it down because we got one of them in town. You gotta tease his ass and shit. Let him know what's going on and shit. Give you a little bit of shit.
uh, so they pull up on him. He's like one cop telling him to pull his legs straight, one telling him to sit down, one telling him to lay down, and he's like just too many different people saying different things.
Yeah,
and
and
and pointing tasers, sometimes guns at you, and
yeah,
I don't know. Once again, Mills Lane believes in a call for clear rules of engagement between police and the civilians, but it's just,
Well,
hey,
I thought the
how
rules
can
were
I
clear already and shit,
comply?
right?
It's too many people. Only rule is I have the right to remain silent.
Oh, I
But
thought it was. I thought it was all. I thought it was like the rules of engagement was, because I'm living down here and shit, and like it's like okay, look here, cop pulled over a car, right? There's
yeah,
5 Puerto Ricans in the car. They said, "Get out the car, niggas," and all the Puerto Ricans get out. Cop pulled over a car. It's 5 Asians in the car. Get out the car, niggas. You know what I mean? So, and then they pull over a car. There's 17 Caucasians in it, and they say, "Will you please step out the car?" Wait a minute, you don't have to get out the car. It's too many of y'all. You know what? Let's sit there and just be calm. You know what I mean? You're gonna run your with your calm. Well, your license was suspended, sir. But here's a $25 ticket for your back light fee. Now, see you later and shit. And drive home safely. You know what I mean? But if I'm in the car, they say, "Yo, give me your papers." All right, I give them my papers. You know what I mean? Yo, man, what you reaching for? You asked me for my papers. And here goes the gun in my face, right? And I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Damn dog, you got a gun in my face, right? I ain't fucking moving and shit. You know what I mean? I ain't fucking moving. When the cops say, yo, man, I put my fucking hands up in the air. They like, yo, you ain't under arrest. We just want to ask you, man, I don't know shit, man. I ain't saying nothing. I want a lawyer. But did you see that? I want a fucking lawyer. Did you hear what I said? You know what I mean? As soon as the cops pull me over, I want a fucking lawyer. I want a fucking lawyer. You know what I mean? What? Well, we're gonna ask you. You can ask me whatever the fuck you want to ask me. Can we go in your wallet? Yeah, go ahead. You can go in my wallet, all right, but you're gonna have to get a warrant for that. You know what I mean? Can we look at your phone? Oh no, you're gonna have to get a warrant for that too and shit. Can I get a lawyer yet? Anybody? Hey, y'all taping over there? Get the tape going and shit. All these mothers got phones, pull them out and shit, man. I don't know what the fuck. Fuck, fantastic. You know what I mean? Y'all know Pennsylvania is a southern state too, do you? Y'all do know that, right? Okay. Let's get that out the way. You know what I mean? We're the most northern
yeah.
southern state. You know what I mean?
Indiana will rival. Indiana,
Yeah.
Ohio, and Pennsylvania. All three of them. That's three southern states.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
man.
hey man, but I applaud this guy for, you know, staying level headed, but I'm pretty sure his lawyer got in his ear like, yeah, see, when you sound like this,
Yeah,
everything will be fine.
yeah, you're gonna get you some money. You know what I mean? We're gonna get you some money. We'll get you some money for that. But getting shot back in the back with a taser and shit. I think he came out really smooth actually. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you right now, shit, you shoot me with a motherfucking taser and shit, I ain't gonna be nice about that shit when I get up in front of the camera. Say, what? The fuck? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What the fuck? Motherfucker, you tasered my ass and shit. Oh, I ain't even did nothing. This shit, you tasered me. Oh, god damn and shit. You know, this shit hurts. You know what I mean? Man, you
Well,
ever been tasered?
no, sir. Let me
Well,
just knock on some wood real quick.
this guy was
Okay.
trying to sell me a taser, right? So I was like, I don't know about that shit. So he was like, he was really desperate. He said, listen, man, you can chase me to see if this shit works. I said, oh, okay, then we'll try that out. You know what I mean? And he gave me the taser, and I hit him like about 2, 3 times and shit. You know what I mean? But when I was trying to give him his money for the taser, he didn't respond, so I just walked off with the taser. You know what I mean? And some change that he had dropped. You know what I mean? The change that he was going to change my 50 with. You know what I mean? He dropped that too, so I figured that he would be all right with that.
Well, I know that weapon has been used in many a crime, so it's not
Hey, listen,
and
them
it's
look
not
like tasers
expensive
too.
either. So
Mm-hmm.
sadly, but
Sadly,
yeah.
you can get tased anywhere by anybody at any time.
So that was
And
our Me Too story. I mean, sorry, cops shot the, we're gonna say slash tased the guy of the week. So our celebrity of the week, we're gonna focus on an individual by the name of James Woods. Um, so he was dropped by a talent agency well, he claims over politics. So James Woods, I guess he's actively known. He's played in movies like Casino, Salvador, and Videodrome. Uh,
Yeah, lots of
he's
movies.
yes. So he's actually been known to be I guess a vocal supporter of President Trump.
Yeah, really vocal.
Yeah. So the agency, his agent, I should say, named Ken Kaplan. So he just felt being on the 4th of July, he can be patriotic. He says, I don't want to represent you anymore. I mean, I could go on a rant, but you know what I say. And James was like, yeah, this guy, he's one of them political liberals. I mean, what? Why have we entered? And of course, I know the answer, but why have we entered this place where business and politics have commingled? Why have we entered this place?
Well, you know, it always had some kind of uh, a connection somewhere, and with the politics, right? With the businesses and shit. You know, with some people, like the boy, the Facebook boy. He says that he's a Democrat. I mean, a Republican too, right? And he says all this Democrat shit, but then when he do what he do is he helped Republicans out. You know, he did a lot of work for Trump. That his company did some great work for Trump on the Facebook thing.
Yeah, but he also has done uh what's this stuff? Fundraising efforts. He's led the charge on that. He's been a philanthropist as well, right? So
Yeah,
he spent his money on places that need things that need, trying to
yeah, he
get the
does.
internet. He's trying to get the internet to third world countries, right? So they can open up Facebook accounts, right?
Right. And then they can feed them some fake news too. You know what I mean? Some bullshit.
Ooh, be
Yeah.
careful now. His name is Zuckerberg.
Well, you know what?
I'm I'm,
Like I
I'm
said,
putting the emphasis on the berg to help you out.
no, I don't need no help and shit, you know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is and shit, you know what I'm saying? It really is what it is. You can say what you want to say and somebody can argue you down and argue for months and months and months about this bullshit. But the real deal is that it is what it is. We all can agree to disagree about a lot of things, but you cannot fuck with the truth. You know what I'm saying? You can't fuck with
Yeah.
the truth. The truth is the truth. You can't fuck with the truth. Somebody tell you they want to fuck with the truth. That's bull. You know, you then that's when you started cussing and raising hell. You know what I mean?
But this
Truth
this
is the truth.
about money though. We talking about business, man.
Well, business is about money, and money is about them and shit, not us. Shit, you know what I mean? Because they got the money. You know
Well,
what I mean? Them's
we know
got the
what
money,
happened.
and so they could just do whatever the fuck and say whatever the fuck they want to say and shit to clean that bullshit up. But the real deal is, you know what I mean? If you got that kind of money, right? You're gonna step on anything and anybody to get to where you need to go. Shit, you know what I mean? So you got to stay with your own kind. You know, on that. You got to work with them. You got to work with the kind that people that like you, your character. You know what I mean? Your character, a billionaire's character, is different than a working man's character. You know what I mean? I don't even understand how they could be running this country, right? When there's so many motherfuckers that don't got no goddamn money. We outnumber them 99-1. We the 99%. Okay? We the 99%. They're the 1%. They the 1% of shit. And you know how it is when you're a 1%er, dog. You know the deal with shit. You ever seen the motorcycle boys that run around? Some of them say they 5%ers and shit. Some say they 1%ers and shit. And you don't see, you know, their character, what they will do to get what they need to get. They will kill, rob, beat, rape, do all that shit, man. They don't give a fuck what they do. And they the 1%ers and shit, you know what I mean? And he is one of the 1%ers. He a billionaire. He's a 1%. You know what I mean?
Who's this he? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Zuckerberg. He's one of them. He's a
Oh,
one
okay.
percenter, and
Hmm.
one
Well, I
percenters.
just all right. Well, I'm just trying to tell you that the business and the politics has intertwined
Always been that.
because well they've intertwined and more importantly because in our face thanks to a Supreme Court ruling back when President George W. Bush was in office called Citizens United. Remember Citizens United?
Yeah.
Citizens United, giving corporations the rights as the people and letting them spend as much money as they want to back a uh, political candidate, political parties, all of that. So these businesses have rights as people, and since they have rights as people, they have the rights to be assholes like other people. So
Okay.
so you have people like the cake guy who's denying making a wedding cake for the gay couple. You have companies like Hobby Lobby who choose not to supply birth control as part of their health care for their employees. We have businesses now have slight rights about what they want to do with people. Like, wait a minute, this is a free market, and we're all supposed to have, you know, certain unalienable rights, right?
Wait a minute. Where you get that from? Where you get certain inalienable rights?
Dude, we say it at the beginning of every show. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
but that part of that piece of paper. Yeah, well, you know what?
I didn't just pull that out of the air, sir.
I know you didn't pull it out the air and shit. I think I understand that. But I think when you say we are supposed to have certain inalienable rights and shit, you know what I
Yes.
mean? To be
Yes.
free and do whatever we want to do with shit. You know what I mean? And so this company could say, oh, well, since this is my company, I don't want to serve you no cake.
All right. Well, I just don't think it's right to blacklist somebody for their political views. I don't care. Just like I think it was 2 weeks ago or a week ago when we talked about the guy who graduated West Point. I don't think it's fair that he got blacklisted basically. And why does everything negative have to have black in front of it? Black market, black. But that's a different point. But yeah, I don't think it's right. He has the right to these free speech, correct? So anyway,
But you know what
well,
amazing to me about him was that he actually went through his 4 years. He was about to graduate, wasn't he?
no, he graduated.
Oh, he did graduate. Okay,
Yes,
good.
that
So
ma-
he did
that
4
that
years up in
statement.
there and shit.
Yeah,
And all of
that
a sudden
statement
he's
was
dead.
under his graduation cap. Yes. So anyway, so that was our celebrity story of the week, sponsored by American government. So anyway, uh, we're gonna get through our stories. Our local story. There was a Cleveland terror suspect who's the FBI foiled his plans to cause an attack on downtown Cleveland. But he also expressed a desire to plan an attack in Philadelphia. The man named Demetrius Pitts, an American-born citizen, was arrested on Sunday morning. This was prior to the 4th of July. He also goes by aliases such as Abdur Rahim Rafiq and Salah al-Din Osama Wali. He got two presidential sounding names. So, and if you take a look at his picture, yes, he has some melanin in his skin, but at the top of his forehead is darker than the rest of his face. And I think, Trent, I think we've seen gentlemen that look like this before. That mark shows up when you probably pray a certain way.
Yeah, I guess so.
At least 5 times a day, right?
Yeah.
So, and if you pray and you put your head on the ground at least 5 times a day,
Yeah.
that mark
Yeah.
may occur. So,
Yeah.
anywho,
It's a carpet burn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
oh, it's a carpet burn.
Yeah. It's a carpet.
Okay,
Yeah.
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 So basically, he was targeting a federal building that's located at 6th and Arch Streets and City Hall in Philadelphia as potential targets. He
No. No.
also
No.
he
No.
also lived in Philadelphia in 2011, so he was pretty familiar with the area. What's up,
Yeah.
Trap?
Yeah. Now, I don't understand. I understand what we want to do around City Hall, man. There's a lot of folks down there that hang down there, like, um, I don't understand this terrorist thing anyway. But was he a member of Al Qaeda? Uh, did he affiliate with them? Did he think he was with them? He was like with the Taliban, Al Qaeda, and all that
Yeah.
shit. You want
So
to get us some motherfuckers, man.
basically the undercover agent gave him a cell phone. He thought it was from Al Qaeda supporters.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Remember Al Qaeda is out here they're still doing the groundwork on American-born citizens who sometimes get mixed up in
Alienated.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. They alienated and shit, yeah. Yeah.
but so he can face up to 20 years in prison.
That ain't
He
bad.
also he also has a history of assault charges, domestic violence, aggravated robbery, and carrying a concealed weapon.
So he's been in prison.
Yeah. Uh,
Oh.
hey, Trap.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend a lot of time on this one, but
Yeah, go ahead.
do you think that these terrorist networks have figured out a way to infiltrate the prison system in America?
Sure.
And I say that because
Well,
I
we
think that's
got
a vulnerable point about America. We put the people in the prisons, and
right.
we want them to get rehabilitated, but since most of the prisons are private now, so they're not really getting, and we hear about this a lot. They're not really getting the proper nutrition all the time as far as food. The health, they don't get the best stuff. But what if somebody had money and they can, funnel money into the prison with their message on it?
Well,
If they slide $100 bill into the prison and it has Al Qaeda got your back on it, uh, you know, that might motivate somebody that when they get out of prison to, try to look for this person named Al Qaeda. You know?
yeah. Well, I mean, basically, you know what I mean. Everybody's been using the prison for years, right? The gangs have been using prisons and shit. Uh, the white supremacists have been using prisons real big time. Like, come on over here, come on here with us and shit. Because we ain't gonna run up in you. You know what I mean? We gonna leave you alone. We gonna stop the brother from getting into some nice white weed and whatever and shit. You know what I mean? So they joined the prison gang and shit. You know what I mean? And like I said, yeah, this has been a recruiting area for a long time. You know what I mean? And back in my time, it was a recruiting agent for the United States Army. They was like, look, you can either go to prison for this. No, I ain't guilty. You could go to prison for this, or you can get on this bus and join the army. Now, which one do you want? You know what I mean?
So
So, it's
good
been
job.
recruiting.
Yeah, good job, FBI. Good job, FBI. But strong warning: our rehabilitation system, known as the prison system, really needs the penal system. That's right. Needs to really think about what they're doing. But okay. So our national topic happened yesterday. A woman named Therese Patricia Okumu. She's 45 years old, of Staten Island, but was born and educated in the People's Republic of Congo. She was arrested for scaling the base of the Statue of Liberty as part of a protest against United States immigration policy. So She's an active participant in the resistance movement against President Trump, according to some of her fellow demonstrators. You notice all these people that's out here doing stuff. There's somebody claiming them. So she got to the she got to the base, and she had a shirt that said "Trump care makes us sick," and on the other side it says "Rise and resist." So she Rise and Resist is a group which started in an Abolish ICE banner at the base of the statue. So, she's part of that group. And, like how these people are now a part of these groups, they get motivated to do things, to get attention. You got any thoughts on her law-breaking stunt, sir?
Well, I didn't think they needed to close the place down and evacuate because she claimed the Statue of Liberty. I mean, that was kind of fucked up. Because, you come all the way up and see this thing and shit, you know what I mean? And they tell you, oh, you ain't going on ours. This chick is up on the foot there.
Okay, let me start over. I said her name was Therese Patricia Okuumu. Yeah, I said she was from the People's Republic of Congo. Maybe I should have said, and she also has a lot of melanin in her skin. Okay, does that make you feel any better about her? Oh, okay. So, I'm just looking at it as a reason for them closing down the area. The group Rise and Resist, they disavowed her law-breaking stunt. They didn't ride with it, and which is commonplace now for these groups on both sides to disavow the real troublemakers. Only groups that don't disavow troublemakers are mainly the foreign terrorist groups, but like the alt-right disavowed that guy who ran over the lady in Charlottesville, Virginia during that rally. So it's just something, but they understand Miss Okumanu. Battles.
Yo, what's happening, man?
Hey, what's up? So basically, I was just saying, I'm just letting you know, I told you her name, but I should have told you that she was African. I mean, like the real motherland African, black.
Yeah.
So that would have gave them a reason to shut her down. But we kind of burnt this story up. You want to close on that story?
No, not really, but yeah, I could say a few things about her.
Go ahead.
Pretty much you should go ahead and keep on climbing, sister. There's some more mountains you need to climb. You know what I mean? Some more statues and shit. But let's get back to one thing I'd just like to say to everybody is that we got to learn how to love each other. You know what I mean? Seriously, we really do. We're going to have to love each other.
Okay.
Politics and all that. We got to leave all that out of it. Just go ahead and just love each other.
Okay, Trap, and I got a perfect story to prove that for you. Our world story focuses on a boys soccer team that got trapped under a cave in Thailand, under a mountain in northern Thailand. So this boys soccer team and their assistant coach pretty much were stuck out there. So underground, basically, right? And we found them, and the thing is, they're about 2.5 miles away from the cave entrance. And
wow, that's a long way.
Yeah, and it's kind of a rainy season, So it took scuba divers like 11 hours just to get to these kids.
11 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you would think, well, okay, they got to them, just take them back with you, right? Well, they, in essence, would have to learn how to scuba dive in order to get out of a situation like that. So so this is, captured the world's attention, and their diving team members are trying their best to get them, because that's their soccer players right there. If they ever wanted to win a World Cup, you need to have good young talent, right?
Yeah, you do.
We learned that last week from the Russians offering free Burger King to women getting pregnant by soccer players. So, but I kind of wonder, will these guys have a chance? Because I mean, it's underground and it's water, but it's a rainy season, and you know what happens when more rain comes in. We end up having an issue where things flood.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's kind of messed up the boys under there like that. I mean, I wonder why they went in the cave in the first place. But I ain't going in no cave. But anyway, they were brave and they went down in the cave and the water came, and it's gonna be tough getting them kids out of there. You know what I mean? Really
Yeah.
is.
Like I remember there was a story, we had Chilean miners.
Yeah.
Right?
I remember them. Yeah.
Okay. And also there was a story when I was a kid, a little, like an 18-month-old baby named Jessica McClure. She got stuck in the little well in the back of her parents' home. I think she was down there for a couple of days.
Yeah. Well,
so
they'll be down there more than a couple of days. They're gonna be down there for a couple of months till the water dry up, or till the water come up and bang them out. You know
yeah, I mean, because it's underground in this cave, so even if you try to dig a hole, you might cause structural damage to the other part that might flatten them.
Yeah.
So, or they prove how smart they are, and they put some how to scuba dive pamphlets down there, and they start reading up on this stuff. And but I've heard, I'm just saying, I've heard it's not that easy of a thing to do. So I'm not going to sit here and act like they can just learn how to scuba dive like that. I don't think it's that simple.
No, I don't think it's that simple neither. Plus, you're in a cave too. I mean, like, I'm very claustrophobic, right? This story not making me comfortable at all. You know what I mean? Just even talking about it.
Hey man,
imagine being in a fucking cave.
How you gonna be claustrophobic with a name like Trap? Like, come on, bro.
No. See, trap don't have nothing to do with me being trapped and shit. I'm trapped above ground and shit. You know
I understand that part.
Underground shit. You know,
but a word to the wise in America, Mr. Trap. You don't tell nobody your weaknesses. Not in this country.
Well, see, that's the thing about it. Me being claustrophobic don't have nothing to do with being with weaknesses. See, that's my super strength. You know what I mean? Yeah. Put me in a motherfucking cage to see what the fuck happens. You know what I'm saying?
Well.
Yeah, well. They should put me in the cage to see what happens. You know what I mean?
So, any final thoughts on this story, sir?
On this story here is, I wish the boys get out of there alive, but I think y'all gonna be down there for a couple of months. You know what I mean? Y'all might as well just get used to it. You know what I mean? But you ain't coming out of there until that water go away. You know?
Yeah, and kudos to their mental resolve for being able to be in dark places for days, basically buried alive and not losing their damn mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, and I also hope they get out of that situation, and like the man who got tased earlier, live to tell the story, tell his story about his culture. But
movies on that shit.
We are American culture topics. Trent Gardner can be reached via PayPal.me/Trent Gardner. He also promises to put some content on his page, but I realize I'm gonna have to get it going on that, as well as me putting some content on my page as well. I may or may not do post-show content on my YouTube live, which is PayPal me/Millz Lane. My YouTube channel is Millz Lane. Be sure to subscribe. We're pushing to content, and you can also find me on Instagram and Twitter, which is basically the stuff I put on Instagram and share to Twitter at What's Wrong with Dad or What's Wrong W Dad. Trap, you see the new banners coming? We got a new banner coming, dude.
No, I didn't see it yet, man.
Yeah, it looked like a newspaper cover. So we'll get to that. And for all of us at American Culture Topics, I'm Millz Lane.
I'm Trap Gardner.
And we appreciate all of you for joining us. And you guys enjoy the rest of your night.
Watch out for them fireworks.
Watch out for them fireworks from them cops, too.
Okay. Millz.